how's everybody doing today? I just, as long as you're up and you're breathing, and man, then to me, what you got to do is just start doing stuff because that's what creates stuff to come back to you. If you don't do anything, the life isn't looking for you. You got to look for life. Hey, what can I do to shake this up and bring some stuff back to me? And nobody's sitting around saying, well, let's see, how could I help Lesko today? No. Lesko knows he's got to go out and bang on doors, talk to people, get stuff out there, or whatever. And it's not going to happen by itself, and then it's not going to come to you. And that's what Lesko Help is about. And the people there are just wonderful human beings, loving other people and trying to do our best in helping other people solve problems in life. I mean, to me, so many, living in a capitalist system, it's money that creates a lot of our problems. Yeah. And so to alleviate that, you have to know where the money sources are. And sure, it's in the bank, but to me, what we're trying to do is show you the alternative sources of money. And these are alternative sources of money coming from government offices and nonprofit organizations that really help you. And that's very important for people to know. Listen, I want to know if, make sure you see that I put up a little video. It's in one of my, a fella did a nice fella. Actually, I think he's in Ireland. He knew all about me and everything, and did a nice video about me and a podcast. I talked to him a little while ago, and it finally got up on the air. And I want people to see that because if you understand me, it's really about it's about me and how my journey through life. And we all have our own journeys to make. And I think maybe if you see this on how, and it's not easy. Our journeys are not easy for anybody. If they are easy, tell you the truth, then you're not growing, and then you get bored. And if you get bored, then that becomes more of a problem because you're miserable because you're bored. But if you're struggling and trying to do things, that keeps you involved in life, and that keeps you not being bored. But the other problem is you have to be doing something in an area that you want to be, not a place you don't want to be. And sometimes you have to be there to earn income and to solve financial, we have obligations if you have a family or whatever, and you have to do that to satisfy those obligations that you've created. And that's important. But you also can take a step and start looking and take many steps to get ahead. Now, one thing, if you're not a member, we have a special offer that closes tonight. And that offer closes tonight at midnight. And what we're doing is offering $5 memberships, but it's only for 5 days. So it's like a Chinese buffet. And you have one price, and you can eat as much as you can for 5 days. And you can ask us as many questions as you can. In 5 days, you'll probably have 15 live workshops on how to get government grants done by members and our staff. And that's available within 5 days. And then after 5 days, if you don't cancel, we're going to charge you $19.95, and that's our monthly membership is $19.95. So make sure you cancel before the 5 days. And in those 5 days, you'll be able to talk to Michelle. And Michelle helps people live, it seems, every other day. Then Tammy, she's up there helping people. And these are people that are members, and they figured out this system, and they share their experiences with people who haven't done this yet. And that, to me, is gold. That's the most loving part, I feel, of Lesko Help, is members loving each other members, and not being, oh, I got it and you didn't, fuck you. Is that we're all here to help each other, try to get through life just a little bit easier if we can. And that's all. I mean, you're not going to get a grant for $1 million. If you do, more power to you. But that's not likely. You have to play the odds because it may be difficult. And if you want to solve the problem, then you have to be ready to do some maybe uncomfortable things. I mean, if you just want everything to be comfortable, you're not going to solve a problem because problems aren't solved with comfort. And that's unfortunately a truism. I guess for some people get lucky as hell and they get hit by lightning too. And there's people that do. So you can always find an example. When I used to do infomercials, that's what happened. I'd find somebody who made one phone call and got all this money, got all this help, and he got it, but most of us aren't going to. And that's why Let's Go Help, what we do is take you through that a little more, and we're always there. And you keep asking questions. So you can ask us, I keep saying 100 questions a day. And now for only $1, then you have nothing to lose. Please let us see if we can help you. And even for $1, what you can do is download everything we have. I mean, we have thousands and thousands of reports on everything from getting money for a business, paying your debts, or buying a house, or getting health care, or legal help, or getting a better job, getting training, going to school. All this kind of stuff is all there for anybody to take advantage of, but they don't advertise, so most people don't know about it. So that's what we're here for. And the government should be doing this, not me. Yeah. But I've been doing this almost 50 years now, and they haven't done it. So looks like somebody's got to do this, so it's going to be us. and that's important, that people in America know about this country. Property taxes, yes. I see Andrew, a member. So he needs help with property taxes. So here's what you do. First of all, you call your county government that collects the property taxes. Many of these have programs that give grants to certain people, help property taxes, or other forgiveness programs for property taxes, all kinds. You want to start with them first, okay? Because they're the people. And then if they don't work, then what you have to do is, there's two things you do, is you look for emergency money because you don't want to lose your house. So you need emergency money to do that. And so you look in our item number, what the hell it is, 3, in how to get emergency money, okay? And you start contacting those organizations. If you're not a member and don't have that Let's Go Meta Grant report, then you go to findhelp.org. And you put in financial assistance, and you talk to them. And also sometimes in findhelp.org, they have property tax help too. So do that also. But also look for financial assistance, because the general programs for financial assistance could be used for anything, and it can be used for property taxes. So that's why if you're looking something too specific, you may zero out because it's not that specific, but you could use other money for that. So like the general money for emergencies. Okay, now the other thing you do, if you really have problems and you can't get it done, then you call your elected official. See, in your elected official, they can call your county government and tell them not to charge it, or make some arrangement to do that. They have that power. You don't, I don't, lawyers don't, and nobody you're going to hire has the power of an elected official, because that county government gets paid, that official collecting tax gets paid by their elected officials. So that's who you call. And how do you find them? You go to commoncause.org, and you put in your zip code, and you get all your elected officials. So you may have to make 10 calls to see, you got to find someone that will go to bat for you. And they have to, theoretically, but reality-wise, they don't. They could find ways not to do it. But you have that power. You have that power to do that. And you have to use that power. It doesn't come to you. The elected official's not going to come, have a robocall. Hey, you need help with your property taxes? Let me know. I can fix it. No, you have to call them and tell them, hey, you know, I know you could help me with property taxes. See what you can do anyway. Maybe you can't get rid of it all, but maybe there's something you could do and find me a way so I don't lose my house. See, that's the important thing. There's so many ways, there's so much help now that people don't lose their home. The government has so much money now that they're giving out for people not to lose their home. I'm coming out with a new, I don't know, I got some scribbles on here. There's a new, if you remember in here, I put at the beginning, I have, okay, yeah. Let's Go Meta Grant Report. Yeah, it's up in the beginning on the chat. I put a copy. And Let's Go Meta Grant Report is my answers to the top 50 questions that people ask me, okay, and all the links. But more importantly, I describe the process. And here's the data on what the government is going to give out in grants this year, okay, and next year. See, the budget is already in stone for next year. I mean, there are very little changes that could be made. So the White House comes out with a budget, and there's a line item on that budget called payments to individuals, okay? Payments to individuals, okay? And that's a line item on the budget. So how much money goes out every year for payments to individuals? Okay, if you could see that here. In 2024, it is 4.38 trillion, 4.38 trillion. In 2025, next year, it's going to be 4.8 trillion. So it goes from 4.4 to 4.8 trillion. Okay, what does that mean to you? Okay, you sitting there, what is $1 trillion? I mean, people in Washington who make these laws don't even know what the hell it is. So what is it? Okay, well, there are 150,000 adults in this country, 150,000, okay? 150 million, I'm sorry, 1,000, yeah, that's in Milwaukee. So there's, I'm sorry, no, I screwed up. Yeah, that's right. 158 million adults in America. So that means every American's getting an average of $17,000. Okay, $17,000. Every America's getting. This year, next year, it's going up to $18,000. So you went from $17,000 to 18. So you're getting an extra $1,500. Okay, now per family. Okay, for every family, and that's called households. So how many households we have? We have 127 million households, and every household is going to get an average of $34,000. And next year, it's going to be $38,000, okay? So that's how much the average household is going to get in payments to individuals. How do you like it? Payments to individuals. See, I'm a nerd at all this kind of stuff because I've been studying for 50 years. And so we say, okay, how much is going? It grows every year. It's not even the COVID. They're still giving out, $17,000 per adult or $34,000 per family every year. And it grows up every year. You think we're in debt? Yes, this is probably why. What happens, at least in my mind, is they keep adding new programs all the time, but they don't get rid of the old ones we don't need anymore. And that's the problem. Nobody's getting rid of that old stuff. So that's what you have to do, is get rid of the old stuff. So let me remind you again, if you want to find out about this stuff and you're not a member yet, it's letsgodollar.com. Lesko, L-E-S-K-O, and then dollar, D-O-L-L-A-R, and then .com. So you could join for 5 days. And then we're going to bill you for $19.95 if you don't cancel. So make sure you cancel if you want to get out. But if you screw up, I mean, we always refund everybody. And so that's Lesko Dollar, L-E-S-K-O-D-O-L-L-A-R. It's the first time we've ever done something like this. It seems to be very popular so far. And tonight is the deadline. We only tried it for 5 days. the offer was available for 5 days, and you get 5 days free. Now everything is available for you for 5 days. You can attend all. I mean, we have 2, 3, as many as 4 hours a day of live experts helping you one-on-one with grants. Okay. You could apply to our grants, but let's see, in 5 days from the 25th, no, you're not going to make it. You have to go to you have to pay for the monthly because you have to have an active member for us to give you the money. So we give out $70,000 every month to members, okay? And actually we cut down, we have 4 different grants, and we cut down one of the grants on rent grant from $20,000 to $5,000, and we give $500 a piece on that, and that's on the 20th of the month, and that's $20,000 we're giving. And on the 4th of the month, we give $40,000. So if you want to apply for that and want to hang around for the results, it usually the application deadline is the 4th, but it usually takes us about 2 weeks to get the membership. So you should make it within 30 days. So if you cancel in 5 days, that is 5 days from the 25th is the 30th, and then you go for, then you sign up for $19.95 for 30 days, yeah, and you'll be able to know, at least for the 4th. After that, yeah, you can probably do it for the 15th too, but that's a tight one. We have one on the 4th, we have one on the 15th, we have one on the 20th, and one on the 30th. So you could apply for the 30th too. So right now, so in a couple more days, we give out 30 free laptops. So if you join for 5 days now, you could apply for the 30 laptops, free laptops, but you're still gonna have to do an extra month before, because it takes us to get about 2 weeks. So you're into the middle of the month, and your 5 days will be over by then. So we can't give you the money. But if you're still a member, when we announce the winners, then we can give you the money. And that's important to know. That makes sense to you? Checking in from Illinois. Thank you, Daniel. You checking out. Oh, yeah. Don't remember, all the members, please ask questions. Don't forget, we have a section there called the Question Corner. Ask those questions. You'll see, and then you see our website, I mean our workshops. We have workshops, 2 or 3 workshops every day. I didn't even know what they're doing. Let's see. No, I can't tell. Quickly, maybe I can. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, ask questions. You have to ask questions. Get involved. This is how you get help. And you could ask us 500 questions a day if you want, if you can. We may get behind if that does, but you usually answer them within a day or so. So let's see, workshops. Okay, what do we have for workshops coming up? Okay, we have one today at 1 o'clock. We have another one at 6 o'clock and another one at 9 o'clock, okay? So 3 workshops just today. Amber is there at 1 o'clock to help you find money and help to start a business, okay? And then at 6 o'clock is Sabrina, and she shows you how to use the entire system, okay? She's really the guru of this stuff, okay? So you want to get there and learn how to use all this stuff. And then we have at 9 o'clock, Uchenna. Now, he talks through about how to get grants too, from their perspective. So you have 3 hours at least, and these sometimes they go a lot more than 3 hours. And then tomorrow we got 2 more sessions, one at 7 p.m. and another one at 9:30 p.m., okay, to help you. And then on Thursday, what do we have? We got 2 more, okay? And then I pop up like this, and other members pop up like this, and you'll see it up on top. You'll see my video face on top if you're online now to see that. And that's what we're all about. Just about helping people and helping as much as we can, and that we help each other, because at least my biased opinion is that's how I grow my heart. That's how I grow as a human. I can't grow faster or stronger or smarter as a human, but I can grow my love harder. So that's the last thing I have to grow at my age, is loving. And so I want to grow that as much as I can. And I have all these wonderful people around me that also want to do that. And you do that by helping other people, I think. That's the best way. And so we're just here to help other people solve their financial problems, because that seems to be the biggest sticky point we all have, because we're drilled into our head, oh, money can solve all your problems. You know, that's not really true, but it's a start, and that's what we have to do, and get you out of that trouble we all live in when we were you know, so anxious about something really bad happening to us because we don't have enough money to pay something. And I want to show you, and we all want to show you, the alternatives you have to solve that financial problem. The government creates programs for this. Look at $4 trillion the government creates every year to give to people living in America to solve financial problems. Well, it's going to be almost 5 trillion. 5 trillion, that's half the budget, I think. Goes to people, grants to individual, payments to individuals. That's how much it gives out. And that's for you to solve problems by living that you have by living in America. It's not perfect, definitely not, but there is help. And even the process of finding help is even rewarding, because you'll see the more you try to find help, even though you don't get that magic, you know, big check for $100,000, but you'll see how there's a lot of people out there that do want to help you. And that alone creates comfort, that you see that everybody's not just trying to get money out of your pocket, and they're really concerned about you. And we do live in a country where a lot of people are like that, but we don't reward people too much for that. That's why they're a little hard to find, and that's what government offices are and nonprofit organizations are. They're to help love people and show them that the community loves them, and that you are needed and important. Capitalism is you're needed and important to give them money, and that's why they want to make you feel important, so you give them money. That's what capitalism is about, and it's interesting. I mean, and I believe in it, because if we didn't charge, then I wouldn't know if this was helping people or not. You know, and so to me, money shows that it's something of value. If I think it's important, but if nobody else thinks it's important, then why am I doing it? See, to me, I think even in business, if you're doing something, you want to do it for other people, make love to other people. And that's what it's like to me. The part of, the nicest part of making love is not so much someone loving you, but you expressing your love to somebody else. You know, and it's the giving that's really selfish. And that's what, you know, as a business, that's, I feel, I want to give you the best I have, and you show me, you know, by people joining, hey, the people really want this. That's wonderful, because otherwise, if they didn't, I'd have to think of something else. I'd have to think of something else to do that people need that I could do, because it comes easier to me to do it. I want to start a 501c3 creator for it. There's lots of ways to do that. The way I do that, if you're not a member, I mean, that would be item number 5 in the Meta Grants report. Or you go here. I mean, there's not an easy way to do it. You have to start getting information about how to do that where you live. And you do that by, number 1, going to sba.gov/local assistance, put in your zip code, and you'll find organizations where you live, nonprofit organizations that help you start any kind of business. So you call them up, and you call 2, 3, 4 of them to make sure you get a round of applause, or, you know, different kinds of ideas, and ask them tell them you need help and you'd like to talk to somebody about the best way for you to do this, okay? Now, the other thing I think is good at the beginning is go to something called Meetup, meetup.com. And you put in your zip code there, and you put in real estate, and you'll see there's a lot of nonprofit or just real estate clubs, real estate investing clubs, where you could learn this process for free. Don't go to Google and try to learn this. They'll charge you thousands and thousands of dollars. You could learn it for free from either these nonprofit organizations that will teach you about it, or these meetup groups of people like you that are also doing it, and they share information on how they did it. This is what Let's Go Help is about too, is that our members share with you how they did it, so you could use it. And so you don't have to go and get somebody on the internet who wants to charge you $5,000 to write a grant or some shit like that. No, you don't need any of that. Please don't. Just the best thing to do is just stay away. Stay away from Google and don't go to Google. Okay, so you have till tonight to sign up for $5 if you're not a member, and that's letsgodollar.com. letsgodollar.com, okay? And you could holler all you want for $1. And let us help you find money to do almost anything you want. It's out there, but it's going to take some work on your part, and that's the important part. But we give you the sources. The sources you can't find in Google, because you put in that name, you want a grant for business, you'll find 200 million websites. That's a problem, not an answer. Here we give you a barrel of those, so you know you shoot in the barrel. It's like fishing in a barrel, or whatever that expression is. My voice is going a little bit, guys. Thank you for being so dedicated and changing life. Oh, I hope that's true. That's so nice. How can I pay the help for $1? Well, you're already a member, Gregory. You don't have to. You just have to tell us what you need. And you go to the question corner on the left-hand side. And also, every member, apply to those 4 websites. Those 4 grants that we have every month. And also look to see if your name is on the winners list, because we publish the winners list right near where the applications are on the left-hand side of Let's Go Help 2. We have all the applications and the listing of all the winners back from months and months. And we only hold them for 60 days, and then we put the money back in the pot for other people, okay? And that's important. So Gregory, you understand? But don't, if you're here, you're a member, unless you haven't paid somehow and you're still here. Then it's letsgodollar.com. letsgodollar.com. Okay, guys? How my guy's still out there, bro? You're immortal. I don't know what I am. I got ex-wives who don't have the same feelings, I'm sure. But thank you so much. You've made my life so wonderful. This last effort I have, I feel I'll do this till I die, because it's working so well. It seems to help so many people. And it's nice to feel that what I know is of value to somebody, and that's what we all want. We want to be loved, and we want to love, and you let me love you, and that's the most important thing you can give to me, because that opens my heart, and opening my heart is the nicest feeling in the world. Okay, talk to you soon. Going for open heart surgery, huh?